Okay, so here's that plate. As you can see, there's the original hole, and then here's the new one I just made, and it's countersunk. I have some 1024 flatheads by 3/8. As you can see, I get a little bit of stick through. These are 1/2 inch, and they're so long that they actually, when they thread through this block, hit the body of the camera, locking it in place, which is not what I want to do. So I had to go with these shorter ones. Once I get the second hole drilled and placed, I'm going to Loctite all these together so they hopefully never come out. But for right now, I'm just going to leave that as is. See how nicely that comes off? Take that guy off. I have to do this one first. So to assemble this, I have to put the bottom blocks together, because the upper block covers the lower block, or covers the screw head for this lower one. And I'm just trying to get it nice and square here. So got that. Now I can add this piece on, see how that covers up, but on this side it's not. So a little bit of order of operations for installation, but not too bad. So that goes sort of like that. And I'll use this one just to get it. I'm using this block down here to get that front block square to this plate. I think where this needs to go is so the camera is flush with the bottom of this bracket. I think that's what I figured out the last time I had the PC out and was playing with this. So I got that together, loosen this, get that squared up, give it a quick tighten. There you sort of see how it's all going to go together. I do need to drill and countersink one more hole for this block, but I need to get this done. Well, my camera battery died, so I'm not exactly where that cut out, but I got this all assembled. Bolts are tightened. The set screw is loose. These two are tightened, so this guy's locked in. Currently, only this block is bolted. I need to get my distance set, then drill and countersink that guy. For right now, I'm just going to put this back together-ish. I'm not going to put the screws that go in the back underneath in until after I get everything finalized and Loctited together, because they don't really affect the alignment of the camera that much. As long as I put a little pressure right there, the alignment will be the same as when those screws are in. So the reason I'm putting this back in is to get my camera Z-depth dialed, so that I can get my focus range set. I'd like to be able to focus from my default PCB mounting plane, which is about a 1/2 inch above my bed plate, to plus 1/2 inch if possible. Well, sorry, I should say my standard place where I put PCBs is a 1/2 inch up off my bed plate. And I'd like to have enough range in this adjustment to go both minus 1/2 inch, so all the way down to the bed plate, and plus 1/2 inch, so 1 inch above the bed plate. Hopefully that makes more sense. So there's signal camera, and I can still adjust this as expected. So what's next? I need to go grab my laptop again and get that hooked up. Plug in the USB cable, and then once I have that all hooked up, I can look at the video output and then loosen this screw and slide this whole assembly up and down to get my coarse focus with this in the halfway point to the surface of the a 1/2 inch above the surface of my bed plate, and then lock this screw down, and then I can go and pull this apart, measure the distance between screw holes, add the magic number that's written on the back, which I think was 525, I think. Add 525 to it, measure from the front edge of this plate up that distance, drill a hole smack dab in the center, countersink it, and then I think I should be able to assemble this for the last time. So I can Loctite these two blocks to this plate and Loctite this plate to the little mounting block that's down here. I don't think I'm going to Loctite the screws that mount this plate into the assembly yet. I might need to take this whole assembly out to do some other work, but I don't see any reason why I need to take the camera mounting blocks off of this carrier for any reason in the near future. I'm probably forgetting something that will require it, but I'll deal with it then. But for right now, that's basically how it's going to be. So I'm sort of out of time for this weekend, so I think I'm going to call it here, and then the next time I get a couple hours free to play with this, I'll get the laptop out again, and we'll play with the camera, get it Z-depth set, and then finish assembling this whole thing. Till then.